Hey squad, welcome back. Now today is really special for me because despite having made over 100 videos for my channel, I have never made a video with reggae music being part of the tutorial. And I should be ashamed of myself because although I was born in the UK, my heritage is from the Caribbean. In fact, I grew up partly in the Caribbean, listening to reggae music as a child. So this is well overdue. And the fact is, today we're going to be producing in colour, in the colours of the red, gold and green. Now for me, reggae music holds a special place in my heart because as a kid in the Caribbean, my dad bought me a little transistor radio. And I'll never forget that moment when I heard Bob Marley's song, Three Little Birds, come onto that radio. Something strange happened to me. I couldn't explain it at the time, I didn't understand it, but it was an amazing feeling. So today I'm going to show you how I make reggae music, and I've had an absolute ball putting this together. Now here's a quick flavour of what we'll be cooking up. Okay, so remember, if you're finding value in what I bring you, like the video, subscribe to the channel and leave me a comment. You can also make a donation if you so wish. Links will be in the description. Also, make sure you check out some reggae music. Those old school flavors, so good for the soul and really uplifting in these really challenging times. Anyway, it's that time, so let's get into it. Okay, so we're going to be working at 75 BPM, which is very typical of a cool reggae beat. Now, to start things off, we're going to be laying down some drums. Now, ideally, I'd love to have a live drummer to work their magic and mesmerize me with the amazing skills that they have. It really is a wonder to experience a reggae drummer working their magic. However, we're going to work with what we've got and we're going to program everything using sounds from within Logic. There's enough there for us to be able to create a really good convincing beat. The kind of beat we're going to create is a one drop beat. Now the one drop rhythm is a signature rhythm for reggae music, and the development of it has been credited to the legendary Carlton Barrett, who was Bob Marley's drummer and played on all of his biggest hits. Now, in order for me to really show you how this one drop beat works, I'm going to be doing things in a bit of a reverse order in terms of the kick drum, but I'll explain as we go along, so just bear with me, because at first it's not going to sound like one drop, but when I take out certain kicks, it will all make sense. Anyway, to start things off, we're going to be going for Logic's reggae style drum kit, and we're going to be selecting the Roots kit, which sounds like this. Okay, now let's go into the kit itself. Now I'm selecting the kick drum. I'm not happy with this one. I'm going to go for this one instead. Now this one's quite open, but this one is a lot damper, a lot more closed. And I'm going to dampen it even further by doing this. That's dampened, probably about. Great. So that's my kick drum. And now what I'm going to do, I'm going to put down some kicks on every beat. I'm going to be removing kicks later, but let's do this. Right, I'm going to quantize that. Next thing we're going to do is lay down the snare drum or side stick. Okay, so let's duplicate this kit once again. We go in here and over here, let's have a listen to this side stick. Not really feeling that one. Select the drums, Roots 2. That's more like it. That's the one I want. Let's just lay this down again, real simple. Quantize. Now we're going to put down some hi-hats. So Logic has just automatically quantized to 1/16th division right here. But for this to work, we want that swing. So we want 1/16th swing E. Now we're getting there. Now we're going to be adding elements of swing to really make this start to groove. Okay. Next thing I'm going to do is add another side stick. So let's go back to the side stick right here, and we're going to duplicate that. And this time, let's go back in to the kit itself and select the snare and choose this one. And now we're going to lay down another side stick pattern alongside the one that we've already got. We're now varying the rhythm somewhat to give us a bit more movement, okay? So we're going to be adding some more percussive elements in a second, but before we do that, I'm going to lay down the piano, the chops. And this is another really important part of the overall rhythm and the signature pattern of reggae music. It's really simple, and all I'm going to be using is just 2 chords, G minor and A major. Okay, now the sound I'm going to use for this is a Bosendorfer grand piano. However, I'm going to take off a lot of the reverb. A bit more dry. So let's put this down and you see how things are going to start taking shape. Okay, nice and simple. And what you'll notice is where the piano hits is if you counted beats like 1, 2, 3, 4, the piano hits at 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So let me show you. And 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Okay, that's an important placement for those piano chops. The rhythm guitar also strikes in the same spot. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take away the kick drum, which is on the 1. So if we come up here to the kicks, I'm going to take that out. Take this one out, this, and this. But now listen. Okay, and that's where the 1 drop comes in. The 1 drop is dropping the kick from the 1. The same with the bass. The bass will follow a very similar pattern, but most importantly, the kick is not played on the 1, but it follows the same pattern as the side stick. Okay, now I'm going to go away. I'm going to fill this up with some more percussion and sort of tidy things up a little bit. And then we've got loads more to add. And I don't want to take up all the time demonstrating here, but I'll come back with the full percussion set. And then we'll add some more stuff like some horns and some guitar and some keys. There's tons more to come. Okay, so as you can see, I've arranged my percussion section. I've added some elements such as shaker, some congas, and a few other trimmings just to create that vibe. So let me just play that back along with the piano just real quick so you can get a picture as to where we are. Then we're going to put down some horns. Okay, I think you're understanding where we're going. Next thing we're going to do is put down some horns. So once again, I'm going to go with some Logic horns, Studio Alto Sax 2. In terms of expression, I'm going to open up the program right here and I'm sticking with the expressive medium. and let me just go straight in and put something down. Probably just have three parts, the alto sax, the trombone, and some trumpet. So again, I'm going to put these down, then I'll probably just play them back to you in isolation, and then we can move on. Okay, so I've worked out my horn sections and I've laid them down, and I'm just going to run through them real quick so you can get an idea as to what each part is doing, okay? So let's kick things off with this alto sax. Now tenor, trombone 1, trombone 2, trumpets, now we're really cooking, okay? That's that reggae vibe. That's that bounce. That's that flow that you get with reggae, okay? Not too tight, a bit loose and a bit lazy. You know what I mean? Nothing doesn't have to be too tight and rigid. There's one other thing that I forgot to show you, which is the drum fill. Have a listen to this. What I did was I tapped out the basic drum roll and then I filled it in and move things around to give me the sort of feel that I might hear a drummer doing. So once again. And that provides a great transition from one section to the next. Okay, so let's move on with the organ. And the organ that we're going to be using is a jazz organ, which is in Logic. So the actual organ part is really simple. It's just two chords, G minor 7 to F minor 7. Okay, so let's put that one down. Now the second half is going to go like this. So we're getting close to wrapping this up, but there are some more essential elements that we need to add. For example, the guitar, we're going to lay down some really simple strumming or chops, and I'm going to do some muted straight afterwards, and then maybe some licks, who knows. And then I'm going to finish off with my favorite bit, the bass line. So the bass line's coming at the end, but let's put down the chops first. And the chops are going to be real simple. G minor 9, I think, to F minor 9. Really simple. So let's just get straight in, put it down. I'm using one of Logic's presets on the channel strip as well, the Dubwise preset. I might go in and do some adjustments here later, but for now, we're just going to get this down and move on to the next bit. Right, I'm going to go in, fix that up, and I come back with the muted guitar. Okay, it's not my best playing ever. I mean, like I told you in my last video, I'm still struggling to get used to the pick or the plectrum, but I'll be able to go in with flex time and adjust that and get the timing right and make it sound proper. So I'm not too worried about that. I know there's enough there for me to be able to work with. So I'm going to crack on with that. I'm going to probably think about one or two other maybe guitar licks, and then we'll come back to finish off with the bass line. Okay, so before we wrap things up, here's a couple of really important tips that's going to help you when it comes to mixing your production down. What I've got here on the muted guitar, I've added a sample delay and I've adjusted the left delay to this amount. Now listen to this. So what I've done is I've given some more width on the guitar. It really works well with the guitar parts. Let me play you the guitar parts. So this is what I actually came up with the guitars. And all of the effects I'm using for the different parts are from Logic. You know, I'm using this mystery chorus on that lead section. I just worked it out, put it down because I was feeling the vibe. The final thing I want to show you as well is make sure if you're putting down horns, make sure you look at the pan positioning here. That's for the alto sax, just moving through. As you can see, all of the panning is properly spread out so that you're creating space in the mix. So not everything is going dead center. Some things are on the left, some things on the right, and you're spreading things out. Okay, it's been an absolute pleasure creating this vibe for you. It's really meant a lot to me. Now, remember, if I'm bringing you value, like the video, subscribe to the channel, and check back in soon. I've got a ton more stuff to come. Anyways, jam session time. So I'll see you soon. I'm Deuce. I'm out. Peace.